What's going on, guys? I'm Chris and welcome back to another video. So today I'm doing a little bit more of an unconventional video. I'm actually going to be showing you my entire DC collection. Now, I've done this for Marvel and Star Wars in the past, and it's basically where I showcase all of my DC collectibles, whether that's my Funko Pops, my Blu-rays, my posters, or my TV shirts that I own from DC related products or movies. But before I get into this, make sure to hit that like button, comment down below your favorite piece of DC merchandise that you own, and make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell as I'm doing a ton of DC content in the upcoming week, especially my Batman review. So starting right here, I've got my poster for the Suicide Squad. They're dying to save the world. I got this poster at the screening I went to, and I'm a really big fan of it. I like how they're all running in the rain. And these are the only DC Pops I have on me right now. My Peacemaker Pop and Bloodsport Funko Shop exclusive that I really am happy to own. And I don't have my Pop on me. I left it at Cam's place when I left, but I have the Batman Funko Pop from the upcoming Batman movie, which I've actually seen. I have a review coming for it on Monday, so make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that. Down at the bottom of this glass case, I've got Bloodsport from the Suicide Squad with his mask on. I like the unmasked Pop better. Is this setup taking anybody back to the time when I used to film in the corner? Let me know. But my next piece of collectible is this Batman shirt that I have right here. I think it's absolutely sick. Big fan. I also have this hat for the Batman, front, back. And that's it for like the merchandise and collectibles I own. The rest is this massive stack of Blu-rays right here. I'm going to go in alphabetical order. Some of these movies are significantly better than others, but let's get into this thing. I love doing a little Blu-ray kind of collection hybrid video, but we got Aquaman going in alphabetical order. I like this movie. It's fun. It's very flawed, but it's fun. If you look at the back, there's Black Manta. You can see Mira there. This movie is a fun time. It's self-aware of what it is. Is it cheesy as hell? Absolutely. But that's kind of what makes it sort of endearing. I'm not too hyped for Aquaman 2. This movie is a little too long, but again, it's worth watching at least once. Next, I've got Batman Begins right here. There's the back. This Blu-ray has a little bit of damage right there from some water, you can kind of see, but I'm fine with it. I might try and upgrade to 4K eventually anyway. This movie is a great start to the Nolan trilogy. I just posted my Dark Knight trilogy ranking, so make sure to check that video out. But there's the inside, the most bland disc ever. Batman Begins, though, really solid origin story and a near perfect movie. Next, I've got The Dark Knight. Now, this is a really rare slipcover. I found it at FYE once, and I had to own it. You've got the Batmobile on the front, and then you take it off, and you've actually got Joker, which is one of the cool posters from this movie. I love this movie. I used to think it was overhyped for a little bit. I was like, is The Dark Knight overhyped? Does it deserve all the hype we give it? And I must have been like under the influence of something when I said that, because that's just not true. This movie rocks. It deserves all the hype it gets. Arguably the best comic movie of all time. Joker's one of the best performances ever by Heath Ledger. Everything about this movie rocks. And look at that slipcover glisten. You gotta love it. Next is actually gonna be my favorite Blu-ray that I own from DC. I got this for Christmas back in 2012. And that is gonna be the Dark Knight Rises Digibook. And look at that. Glorious. Absolutely thing of beauty. I wish I had a Digibook for the rest of them, but Bane and the tumblers in the background, and then the cops and Batman. I love it. There's some really cool back artwork here, and then if you open it up, it comes with actually like a really cool little booklet. It's just really cool if you look at that. Boom, you gotta love it. But next up is actually a contender for second coolest DC Blu-ray that I own, and that is the Steelbook for the Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. Now on the front, you've got Superman with Batman's logo, but if you flip it over like this, you've actually got Batman with Superman's logo. I think this is such a sick Steelbook because of the way that it has both front and back. I found this on Amazon actually back in a few summers ago. I thought it was completely gone, but I'm glad to own it. What do you guys think of this movie? Let me know in the comments down below. It's very divisive. I think the Ultimate Edition is a massive step up from that theatrical cut of the movie. But if you open it up too, you've got their logos in there as well. So this is a really cool Steelbook, probably one of my favorites that I own. I really wish we'd get more Henry Cavill as Superman. We have been robbed. It is what it is. We just have to move on, I guess. Next is going to be a movie that my boy Trevor from Film Geek sent me. Shout out Trevor, he's the man. That is going to be Birds of Prey, or The Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, because that's definitely a smart title to put on your movie to make it make numbers at the box office. I kid, of course, but this is a glorious slipcover. Look at the way it glistens. I love Harley Quinn. This movie is one of the more underrated DC flicks. I think Roman Sionis is a really good villain in the DCEU. Take it off, it's the same cover front and back. I've only seen it one time actually, but it was worth the watch, and I'm happy to own it because it is a solid DC flick. Did you guys know that we live in a society? Joker on 4K, really simple slipcover, very sleek, very matte. I love it. You got Joaquin on the front. There he is on the back. This movie is damn near perfect in my eyes. I've seen it 2 or 3 times. It's haunting. It makes you feel dark and disgusting after you watch it, but it showcases one of the best performances ever in Joaquin as the Joker, which is funny because Ledger as the Joker is also one of the best performances ever. So I'll ask you guys this question. Which Joker is better, Joaquin or Ledger? Let me know in the comments down below. But this movie's great. Joker 2, I don't want it. I'm sorry. I don't want it. I don't want it. I made a rant video. I'll link it up above. Next, we've got another really cool slipcover for a DC movie, and that is going to be Shazam. Look at that. Boom, 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 boom. You gotta love it. The slipcover's sick. I'm so glad I found this in person. And the back right there, you've got him as well. I think Shazam 2 comes out next year, I want to say, so I'm very interested. But look at that. Big fan. I love the way the lightning shimmers in the background, and then you take it off, and it's also a pretty cool cover as well. I like when slipcovers are actually different than the artwork they give you underneath. Next is a movie that I got a poster for right there, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. This Blu-ray cover / 4K cover is all right. I think they could have done a little bit better with the 4K cover, but it's still cool. You got King Shark right there, and the others, boom, back here is a pretty cool back. And if you take it off, you got the same arc right there. I love this movie. It's one of my favorites of last year, especially after Peacemaker show, which you haven't watched Peacemaker, you gotta go check that out. Because this guy right here, Peacemaker, is one of the best characters in this movie, and the show elevates this character to a whole nother level. You really feel for this guy, and that show is fantastic, just like this movie. Make sure to check out Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad if you have not yet. And last, but certainly not least, when it comes to my DC collection, is going to be Wonder Woman. I have this movie with the original slipcover. It's pretty dope, honestly. I like the first Wonder Woman, 1984, I don't talk about. But this version of the movie is still one of the best DC movies to date in my mind. Gal Gadot kills it as Wonder Woman. It's a great origin story, sort of, for her. I view it as kind of like Captain America, the first Avenger for the DCEU. Again, it's a very contained story, and I'm a big fan of Wonder Woman. She kicks a lot of ass in this movie. Now, one movie that is notably missing from this collection is Man of Steel, which I have owned 2 separate times. The first time I sold it was like years ago for some reason. I think I sold it again, which is a damn shame because I really wish I owned that movie. I need to go pick it up. It's actually pretty high on my list to buy, so I really need to pick up Man of Steel. I also have a P.O. box. If you guys would want to send me any DC movies that I'm missing, I have a P.O. box now. I've gotten requests multiple times over the years. Do you have a P.O. box where I can send you a Blu-ray or a Funko Pop? I do, and I'll put that address in the description down below. But that's going to do it for my complete DC collection. I own a lot more Marvel and Star Wars stuff, as you guys can probably tell from the background behind me, but I still do love some DC content. I'm looking to grow this collection as the Batman hits theaters. I plan to get way more Funko Pops for that, maybe even some more merchandise as well, because I can't talk about the movie, but just stay tuned for my review to hear my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I got my Batman review coming Monday, February 20th at noon Eastern time, so make sure you are subscribed and have that notification bell so you can see that review right when it goes up. I just finished editing it. I put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into that video. Had a lot of fun with it as well, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. I have a Patreon if you want to see more behind the scenes videos like this, get to know me more on a personal level. You can check that out. The link is in the description down below. I love posting on Patreon over there. And again, I have social medias from Letterboxd, TikTok, Twitter, all that good stuff is linked down below. But thank you guys again for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.